morning. Welcome to the Sergent Experience. And today I have two wonderful guests here today on my show, Brandy and Brenda, who are my sisters. Morning, ladies.
Morning.
How is your day today?
It's been good.
Well, you guys on the chopping block today. My show, you guys know, is mentally based on mentorship for the younger ones or just anyone in particular. So I want to talk to you guys about school, etc. So I know you guys just graduated from school in June and you guys went to Albany State.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. And Albany, where is it located?
It's in Albany, Georgia.
Albany, Georgia.
Yeah.
Because the first time I heard you guys was going to Albany State, I was thinking about Albany, New York.
Yeah.
And, okay.
Yeah, but most people think that when we say Albany State.
Okay, and I get to find out that's the hometown of the late, great Ray Charles.
Yeah.
And how popular is Ray Charles down in that area? Is he talked about every day?
Not every day, but he's talked about, like at our school, we acknowledge him. Also, they have like a park where they have like dedications to him there.
So do tourists come to visit? And
Probably do, because I know like Ray the movie, I didn't actually know he was from Albany State, well, Albany, Georgia. And so like I was watching the movie and I was like, wait, this is Albany, like, you know. And I was like, wow, Ray Charles from Georgia. So probably other people looked it up and saw that and probably came and visited.
wonderful. So is your school a popular campus for minority students?
Yeah, our school is a HBCU, so that's a historically black college. They accept everybody, but HBCUs were made back in like times where black people weren't accepted so much in the, white schools. So they made HBCUs so that black people will be able to get an education. So there's different HBCUs around the country. There's popular ones like Clark Atlanta, Morehouse, Howard.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, but our school is like a smaller HBCU, so it's not well known, maybe outside of Georgia, but it's still a good school.
Well, starting today, you guys is here making it more known to the people. And I know there's also a school which was the Tuskegee Airmen. I think it's called Hampton University. So it has some kind of linkage to some heritage. So you guys should be very proud to be there. So how was it leaving New York to another state? I mean, I know my mother was pretty worried at that time. Oh, okay, the twins are leaving, and she just said, God is going to take care of them while they're out there. I mean, how was it, the experience down there?
I think it was good. It was different because, we're from the Bronx, so it's more city-like here. Over there is more country. You need a car for everything. They have buses, but they don't run as frequently as they do here. So it's better for you to have a car. So that was kind of hard because I usually, just take the bus or walk places. So I couldn't walk anymore.
Well, I know you guys have Jamaican background. How was it to find Jamaican food and places where Jamaicans hang out?
First it was hard, but then luckily across the street there's a restaurant called Little Jamaica.
Okay.
So we used to, when we want, food we would eat at home, we would go over there and, get curry chicken or curry goat or, stewed chicken, Jamaican food and stuff. For our classmates, we had a few classmates that were also Jamaican, and there's some people around the school from different Caribbean islands, some Haitians, other Jamaicans, some from some Guyanese students. So it was kind of hard to find them, but then once you did, you meet others.
I always notice it seems like wherever you go, you'll be able to get Jamaican food or see some Jamaicans somewhere.
Yeah.
I guess even if you go to Alaska, a friend of mine told me he had Russian friends. From Russia, he had Jamaican friends in Russia. So it's just amazing. So, but what about the accent? How was the accent any different?
Um, uh, some people they talk like they were from up here, so that was fine and easy to understand them. Some people had like a strong Southern accent, so they say they'll be talking to me, and I'll just have to ask like, "What did you say?" like 5 times, and then they'll get annoyed. But it's like I can't really understand what you're saying.
Yeah, but it sounds good to the ear, don't it? So what about your field of studies? I know my mother told me you guys was doing something pertaining to television and radio, but I didn't really quite fully understood what was happening.
Yeah, a
We're,
lot.
we're mass comm majors, so that's like you work with film, television, you could do public relations, or you could work with radio. So like in our classes, we'll have like classes where we learn production stuff, so how to use the television. Well, not how to use the television, but how to operate behind the scenes, or how to make a movie, how to do radio production. And then our other classes were kind of more
Media studies, like
Yeah.
focus, like survey of media. Survey, we would learn about different forms of media. So like the first TV, the first type of movies put out, like Nickelodeons, things like that, where you would pay, like people back in the day would pay 5 cents to watch a movie,
Awesome.
things like that. Yeah, I see like the different what is it, paradigm shifts of media, the different theories of media and things like that. So
Silent movies and all that stuff back in the days.
yeah, so it's like a combination of both learning how to do things, like how to operate things, make your own movies, and then maybe more of a like theory based studies of
okay.
media.
So it's theory plus hands-on.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's wonderful because I took a course in studio production, and it's not as a long duration as you guys, and so you guys is in the right company, or I'm in the right company. You guys can show me a few stuff. You see how blessed I am, I didn't have to really go out there and search. The Lord sent you guys right here to me, so I guess, it's a privilege for me to be here having this conversation and doing this show with you guys, And I noticed you said that there's not too many people in your family who went in this direction.
Yeah. Most, a lot of Caribbean families, they want you to do something like nursing or being a doctor to have like a stable career. So for us to do mass communications is like different and like out there, because first of all, tell your family members, oh, I'm doing mass communications, what is that? And then like you explain, but they don't really get it. So it's always like a confusion on what you're doing, like maybe you shouldn't do that, you probably should go do nursing.
Yeah,
But
nursing. Because I know a lot of Caribbean folks, do nursing, and I remember I was doing nursing back in the days, and I had withdrew from nursing and went to do something else, and I was going to culinary school, and my mom was like, oh, I told my mom I was in college, doing culinary. My mom was like, oh, what is you studying, right? She probably thought I was nursing, but when I say culinary, my mom she's not understanding the extent that it's a profession too, and I enjoy it now, So I'm back in school again, and she realizes, and and she said, what are you doing? And I say, Mom, I'm thinking about what I'm doing. And I say, I'm doing nursing. So he's like, oh, yeah, nursing. She just wanted to hear nursing. Yeah, but everybody do what they like. And, it's, as I see in nursing, a lot of people going nursing for the money nowadays.
Yeah.
Going nursing have to be from the heart.
yeah, you should
See,
always
'cause
like study something you're passionate about something that you like, because it's about you being happy. So at the end of the day, so you should do something that you're passionate about.
So happiness is what matters. So when it comes to mentorship, I'm the kind of person when the Lord blessed me with something, I try to give back. So what you guys gonna do with what you were blessed with? Is you guys thinking about sharing it with others, other students or other peers of your age about what the field is about?
Well, yeah, right now, like what we do is we're in different like group meetings and stuff with different people that's our age, trying to, get out there in different aspects of media. So right now what we do, if someone's like they need help with a project or something, a production assistant, something like that, we try to volunteer so we could, help them with their projects, get their ideas off the ground. We're currently working with another girl. She has an idea that she wants to do, so we're helping her. We're being production assistants.
Wonderful.
And yeah, getting together with her so she could get her ideas out, help her come up with different things she can do, and just get their different ideas off the ground, try to help push all of us to be successful in what we're trying to do.
So what about breaking the ice when it comes to the young? I know you guys have a bunch of little cousins, and would you be interested in changing the playing field? Tell them about what happened, because I know sometimes some people get in a field that they are forced to get in, and it doesn't really work out. They change careers, and because what their parents. It's good to take ideas from your parents, but at the end of the day, is what you want to do and what you enjoy to do, because money is not the only thing. You'll be stuck in something and be miserable. And also, I know you guys went to China one time.
Yeah.
Was it pertaining to the same field, right?
Yeah.
So it was like a study abroad program. So for our major, we did international journalism, internship, and photojournalism while we was in China. Our teacher actually, our Professor Zhao, he actually like pushed us. He really helped us a lot to go to China. Helped us with finding scholarships, helping us to raise money. Like he brought us around Albany. He found a donation from P&G, the company, one of the plants in Albany. He got us a donation to help us to be able to study abroad. And yeah, studied mass communication stuff there. It was cool because while we was there, you met different people. Obviously, there's a lot of, Chinese people, but you met like different black people, and they're there doing teaching, real estate, all kinds of stuff.
Whoa.
Yeah, most of them start off doing teaching English, because that's an easy job to get over there.
Yeah.
But then after a while, they venture into what they want to do. And one of the people that we met was a boy. He was our age, or a little bit older. When he was in undergrad, he went to China for study abroad, and he really liked it. So then now he's in graduate school, and he went over there for graduate school because they have a program for people from outside of China that want to go over there, and they have it where you could, if you know Mandarin, you could take classes in Mandarin, but they also have it where their classes are in English. So yeah, he went over there and he really liked it. He's gonna eventually come back here, but he was very helpful and nice to our whole group. He kind of took us under his wing and kind of helped us navigate over there, because we don't speak Mandarin.
He only knew 3 words, so he was really helpful to translate with taxi drivers or just different businesses and stuff. And yeah, it's just a nice experience, because you think maybe I'm us two are just 2 girls from the Bronx. I wouldn't think that we would go to China, connect. But the students that we worked with in our classes, because we also had Chinese students in our classes, so our teacher paired us off so we could teach each other things, help them with their English and stuff. And yeah, I wouldn't think we would connect, but when we went over there, it's wow, we really get along. We like the same things, the same music, and it's just really fun to hang out with them. It was a cool group and a cool experience to know that you could connect with people overseas.
Wonderful. So if you guys would decide to go to another country to work in media, what country do you guys have your eyes set on?
Well, I don't know, international companies, I'm not too sure of how their media department is. Well, places like Asian countries or South American countries or something. But if I wasn't working in the U.S. for media, I'll probably go to the UK, because I since I was younger, I watch a lot of UK shows and different channels that they have. They have journalism channels, but it's kind of documentary style. So they go all around the world and cover different stories, like on BBC and stuff like that. So I would go there.
Yeah, I heard someone mention that before too.
Yeah, because, like, well, I like watching them because, like, highlights different problems around the world. So that's, like, something I'm kind of considering to do. Maybe the videographer for that. Maybe not the like, in front of the camera reporter, but to be the videographer, probably the editor for, like, things like Al Jazeera or BBC, like she said, because you learn a lot about a lot of different, like, subjects that you wouldn't per se, like, know about. Like, we was just watching one about some about a village in Africa, and they think that twins are a curse. So, like,
oh, just different places, different folks, different strokes, huh?
yeah, so, like, a lot of the families would abandon the twins and, like, you know, not want to raise them because they think that they're a curse. And it's like, wow, like, I'm a twin, I could have been born over there and been like,
yeah. So you guys have a heart for people. So you guys seen that happen and you want to change your mindset. You know, so that's definitely mentorship. You know, that's definitely something you guys would do great in. And I know you guys. When I asked you guys if you guys want to come on the show, I know you guys was a little bit shy and a little bit worried to be in front of the camera. But I've seen where you guys have worked in the editing area of your learning, and I can tell you the money wasn't wasted. Time and money wasn't wasted. I give you guys a thumbs up, you know. I mean, it's just, like I was telling your moms the other day, it's just awesome to see the things that you guys can do. And I'm not just sugarcoating or bragging because we are family, but you guys really, at the age you guys left and going so far, you know, that means there's no way in this world that you guys can't go and make yourself a better person, you know, because we see nowadays when a lot of the younger generation is getting beaten on because they're not in a position to really do the things what they want to do at times, and some who have the opportunity is not doing it. So, you know, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure, and you guys should be proud of yourself, you know. Maybe one day I can be working for you guys somewhere. You know, I mean, you know, I have a wonderful interest to, you know, go to Jamaica one time later on in life and see what I can do with whatever skills I've learned, you know, just like I'm a chef and I want to mentor some kids because I'm not using my skills at this moment. And I want to take time out to mentor some kids and show them some way of cooking. So at least if they want to go to culinary school later on or get a job or something like that, they have a little background. Because it doesn't make sense I'm sitting here and pointing fingers and I'm not doing something to make things better. Correct, right?
yeah.
So the idea is what you guys putting to me now today, you guys are encouraging me. You know? You guys encourage me. So what about the food? Was it easy to get like stuff from the store that's related to Caribbean? Or is just a restaurant as you guys spoke about when you guys was there?
We mostly depended on the restaurant because, well, I don't know how to cook, so I couldn't cook, you know, Caribbean
Well, you're going to be
food.
one of my students.
Yeah, we couldn't cook it for ourselves. So we, like, depended on the restaurant because, you know, they eat different things down there. Maybe, like, curry goat and stuff. I remember one time I was eating that, and the girl asked me, like, hey, what are you eating? And I was like, curry goat, and she, like, her face was shocked, like, oh my God, are you eating goat?
In the South is a pet. Yeah, I remember in the 90s.
So, yeah, it's just, like, different. I did realize that when we were down there, I did realize that we really don't eat any American food, like, you know, mommy cooks
Some,
and stuff.
some.
Well,
Yeah, we eat some,
yeah, but like mostly, like, I didn't realize how much Caribbean-based our meals were until I got down there, and I couldn't get what I'm used to.
Well, sis, may I correct you? You said one thing that you can't cook. You can cook, but you can't cook everything, and that's what I'm here for, to help you guys. And what about doing a cooking show later on? I see you guys, no, I mean, after when I get done with you guys might want to do a cooking show.
That
Yeah,
could be
it's
cool. I like to watch like Rachel Ray and her cooking shows and stuff like that. I like to watch the Food Network, Chop, Cutthroat Kitchen.
Yeah.
So that would be cool if I could learn and be able to go on those shows.
If they could bring Cutthroat Kitchen back, I would like to go on it.
If you are telling us young folks about going to school, just going to school is not just going to school. We're going to have some financial responsibilities. How hard it is to get that money together to do your schooling?
Well, for us, luckily, we had our dad to help us figure it out. But I would say, like, high school, they always tell you your junior year is so important, and you're like, whatever. But actually, your junior year is actually, like, super important. So I would encourage you to, like, try to get high grades for your junior year, to try to go and get scholarships once, your transcripts go to your schools. You could look at things like FastWeb. They give scholarship opportunities. You apply for different essays and things like that. You could get money that way. And like a lot of schools, they offer freshman scholarships if your grades are really good, or like transfer scholarships.
Yeah, but I think there's more freshman scholarships than there are transfer scholarships. So like for us, we went to BMCC first, and then we transferred to four-year school. But I think we could have got more scholarships if we just went straight. So like you could go to a two-year school first and then go to a four-year school. There's nothing wrong with it. But if you could try to just go for a four-year school first so you could get more scholarships, that's good. If there, like for us, there's twin scholarships. So like one of the schools we were going to go to.
Twin scholarship?
Yeah.
Whoa. I'm learning something new today.
There's actually a group of mothers, I believe, in New York that put together like a scholarship thing for twins. We didn't do it, but other twins other twins do it.
The school he's gonna go to first, they have not only twins but sibling scholarships. So say you have you and your brother, you, your sister, whatever, are gonna go to the same school. They have it where
at the same time.
Yeah, at the same time they have it where like I'll pay full price, but she'll only pay 1/3 of the tuition. So like one person is still paying full price, but it's not as bad as it would be if y'all were both paying full price. Plus you could get financial aid, and if you go to New York school, you could get TAP. So that helps you too.
I encourage like people to do research about different schools. Don't like limit yourself. Don't think like, oh, I can't go out of state for school, because that's kind of like what we thought at first too. But try. Like I like really encourage people to go to HBCUs, and so I would look. They have like HBCU tours where they bring you and show you different schools.
I remember you guys had went down here for that tour.
Yeah, they bring you to. You could go to FAMU, go to Florida, go to Georgia. There's different schools, not just Albany State, but like Spelman, Clark Atlanta, Morehouse, like are closer to New York. Go to Howard, Hampton. Like there's so many like good schools. So don't like close yourself off to like a HBCU, because I know some people think like HBCUs have like their education value is lesser, but that's not true at all.
Because actually like most of the black people that's like in professional careers that's doing really good, a lot of them mostly came from HBCUs.
Great
and
alumni.
Yeah, and even as like a New York person, don't go and be like, oh, I'm the only one that's going to be in Georgia, because actually like if you look at North Carolina schools and Georgia schools, like in Atlanta area, or even our school, even though it was smaller, there was like a couple of us that was from New York, and there was like other people that's from like Boston and surrounding states, so you're not going to be the only person.
Have to be something great about that school. But another thing, we all have twin nieces, so I mean, you guys can pass this word down. That's mentoring. You learn of something, then you pass it on to them. Just like when I went to my wife, I always was in love with Lehman College from I was a youngster. Coming out of high school, and when I went to my wife's graduation last year, June, and I saw 3,000 students, I was like, whoa, I can do it too. So that by her going there, that lead the way, you know, setting an example. So when I saw it, I'm a student at Lehman now in my third year, you know. So you know, it's just wonderful, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like education. In this time, we need education, and it's not just getting it for ourselves. We have to pass the word on. You know, even I mean, you guys go to church, you have little friends in church. You tell them what happening. You got your peers in your community. You tell them what happening. You know, you set an example. You know, I'm very proud of you guys. You know, you guys are young. You guys want to get it. You guys have the energy. You guys have the future. Look at me. I'm an old head and I'm still in school. So you guys got all the way. You know, some of my classes, you know, they call me elder. You know, I'm what, oh Lord, I feel like I'm 100 years old now. But you know, it's just they look up to me and you know, going to school is not just getting about A's. Going to school it's great to get A's, but it's just having a good time at the, learning different stuff, meeting different people from all over the world. I'm having so much fun.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I'm a kid again. You know, I look forward to going and I encourage anyone who, you know, have that mindset, you know, coming from Jamaica and know that how difficult it can be at times to get the proper education if you're not in certain class, you know. So when we come here, we have to make use of the opportunity and pass the word on to the other folks. It's not just talking about making money, you see.
Yeah.
Education is the key, you see. And you know why I really say education is the key? I remember when I was working and I've cooking for a long time and I see these young guys come out of culinary school and I'm training them to, they're making more money than me, not jealous, but I'm training them to do what I'm doing and being underpaid. You see? So I decided, I say, you know what? Might as well I go and get the paper to go with it. You know,
Yeah.
so I was fortunate. My wife said, what would you like to do? She said, she know I like to do cooking. And she said, find a school. If that's what you like to do, you know? And it's also good to have people in your life that can push you. You see, so I know you guys mentioned your dad was there pushing you guys, your mom, she wanted you guys to do something, but she was a little nervous you guys going out of state, and I could very much understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what other things you guys like to do?
Well, I don't know. I like different stuff. I really like. We both really like performing arts or like things that's done around art. So we like acting, like watching movies. You know, seeing how other actors act. Like people like Denzel Washington or like Taraji P. Henson. She's been a favorite of ours for a long time. We like to see like how they do things. We like dance. I like to read a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Okay, wonderful. We're just having a conversation about mentorship and future careers. And I was so blessed to have you guys here and really getting to know you guys better. Because sometimes I get confused who is Brandy and who is Brenda. And I hope that when I leave the studio, I still have an impact in my head and don't forget who you guys are. But it was wonderful having you guys today.
You too.
God bless y'all. Love
Thank
y'all.
you.
And hope to see you guys come back again. To my audience, ciao. Love.